Liverpool have resumed full first-team training during the ongoing international break, marking a crucial phase in Arne Slot's early tenure as head coach. With the majority of the squad now back at the AXA training centre, the atmosphere is one of renewed focus and rebuilding after a turbulent few weeks. A number of first-team players remained with the club due to not being called up for international duty, while others have gradually returned following time off or compassionate leave. Despite the international schedule, this period has allowed Slot and his coaching staff to work closely with many of the squad's core members and integrate a number of high-profile summer signings. The break has also provided the perfect opportunity for Liverpool to begin betting in new arrivals without the pressure of immediate competitive fixtures. Among those already training at Kirkby are Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez, Hugo Etikite, and goalkeeper Georgi Mamadashvili, all of whom bring fresh energy and technical quality to the squad. These sessions are giving the new signings a chance to adapt to the club's environment and Slot's tactical demands, which emphasise vertical play, fluid pressing, and structured transitions. One major storyline remains the fitness and integration of Alexander Isak, Liverpool's record-breaking £125 million signing from Newcastle United. Isak did not feature in Newcastle's pre-season due to a lingering injury and has not yet taken part in full team training at Liverpool. Instead, he was called up by the Swedish national team, who are managing his fitness carefully, treating his time with them as a modified pre-season. While he was named on the bench for a recent international match, he has yet to return to full match sharpness and is now considered a doubt for Liverpool's next two fixtures, against Burnley in the Premier League and Atletico Madrid in the Champions League.
Dominik Szoboszlai set up a goal for Hungary as he played alongside Milos Kerkez against Ireland, while Wataru Endo featured for Japan in California. Hungary were held to a 2-2 draw against by the Republic of Ireland, as Szoboszlai played 90 minutes in Dublin, and Kerkez was withdrawn 10 minutes before the end. Though it was just the first game of World Cup qualifying for the duo, there was already a sense of importance to the fixture, given that Group F also includes Portugal and Armenia. It took Hungary just 2 minutes to score at the Aviva Stadium, with Barnabas Vargas capitalising on a defence which had failed to push out quickly enough. Roland Salai, who plays for Galatasaray and will face Liverpool before the month is out, then scored the second just over 10 minutes later. Szoboszlai delivered the out-swinging corner, which the tall attacker glanced on beautifully into the far corner with his head. That would be the high point for Hungary though, as Ireland then get on top, dominating and eventually finding a deserved 93rd minute equaliser through striker Adam Aida, who has just moved from Celtic to Swansea. In what was a generally disappointing showing by Hungary, Szoboszlai and Kerkez were two of the team's better performers, rated at 7.6 and 7.2 out of 10 respectively by FOTMob. Next up for Hungary is another World Cup qualifier, Tuesday night's home match against Portugal. Roberto Martinez's Portugal side also played on Saturday evening, beating Armenia 5-0. Upon scoring his side's third goal, João Cancelo remembered Diogo Jota by producing his video game celebration. Elsewhere, Endo played 90 minutes for Japan, as he captained the team to a goalless draw in a friendly against Mexico. Played at the Oakland Coliseum in California, Liverpool's midfielder made 6 recoveries and was dribbled past just once in a solid display. The match was balanced, if not exciting, with possession split down the middle, and the most notable event coming in injury time when Cesar Montes was sent off for Mexico, who were booed off at full time. Japan will remain in America and travel to Columbus, Ohio for their next friendly, with a game against Mauricio Pochettino's USA team scheduled for 12:30 AM on Wednesday morning. Now in a huge bargain deal, Mark Guay's Liverpool move is far from dead, and the door could swing wide open again when the January transfer window arrives. Despite a dramatic deadline day collapse, the England defender remains firmly on the Merseyside radar, with sources suggesting discussions between the two parties are still very much alive. Guehi was back in action at the weekend, playing 76 minutes in England's 2-0 win over Andorra, his first outing since the failed switch. That move was only blocked after Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner stepped in personally, issuing a late ultimatum that forced the deal off the table, even after a £35 million fee had been agreed. Palace's hardline stance now means January represents their last realistic chance to cash in before losing their captain for nothing. Reports suggest the club will demand around £25 million when the window reopens, a significant reduction on the previous valuation, and one that Liverpool are weighing up seriously. For Arne Slot's side, the situation presents a clear opportunity. Sources maintain Liverpool remain front-runners for Guehi's signature, and that open dialogue has continued since the failed move, with both parties considering whether to push the button in January or wait until the summer. Liverpool's interest is no secret. The club's bid of £35 million on deadline day proved they have the funds to act, while Guehi himself is believed to be leaning towards Anfield as his next destination. Still, with Palace under fire for potentially disastrous business, risking losing their captain for free after already cashing in on Eberechi for £60 million, the saga could quickly escalate once other clubs inevitably join the chase. For now, Guehi's future remains finely poised. Liverpool know they are in pole position, but the clock is ticking. Come January, they will need to decide whether to pay up and secure their man, or risk entering a fierce summer battle for one of English football's most sought-after defenders. All signs point to January being decisive. Liverpool may have missed their chance in the summer, but with Guehi still edging towards Anfield and Palace under pressure to sell, the stage is set for another round of high-stakes negotiations. Whether the Reds choose to strike early or gamble on waiting until the summer, one thing is clear: this transfer saga is far from finished, and its outcome could shape the next chapter of both Guehi's career and Liverpool's defensive future. In other news, Hugo Etikite made his debut for France off the bench against Ukraine on Friday after Cameroon's manager claimed he didn't succeed in playing for Didier Deschamps. Liverpool's number 22 was not initially named in France's squad for this month's World Cup qualifiers, but was drafted in following the withdrawal of Man City's Ryan Cherki. It was his first call-up to the senior setup, following a bright start to life at Liverpool, and he made his debut off the bench and saw out the final 9 minutes of France's 2-0 win. He might have only managed 3 touches, but he is now capped at international level and defied Cameroon manager Marc Bryce after he said he didn't succeed in trying to play for France. Etikite, who is eligible to represent Cameroon through his father, played for France at youth level and was the focus of Bryce's indignation late last month. "I haven't contacted him," Bryce said of Etikite in a press conference. "He put all his money into trying to play for France and he didn't succeed. And now we, Cameroon, are his second choice. I don't need to be a second choice. He's a good player. That's not the issue. In the situation I described, he doesn't deserve to come here." Bryce closed the door on pursuing the striker, but Ekitike's appearance for France makes his declaration moot, as he has now played a competitive match after turning 21, making him ineligible to switch. It removes the possibility of the 23-year-old missing parts of the season due to the Africa Cup of Nations, which will see Mohamed Salah miss games later this year in December and January. Ekitike's cap will be one of many for the young striker, who briefly shared the pitch with Liverpool teammate Ibrahima Konate in the 2-0 win over Ukraine. The centre-back made an impressive goal line clearance on the night and finished with the joint most aerial duels won, 3 out of 3, and operated with 91% accuracy on the ball, 48 out of 53, as per FotMob. Ekitike will hope for another opportunity when France host Iceland on Tuesday. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.